Hi TPters! Welcome to another episode of Vince and Yosh. Before we begin, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and clicking the bell icon for instant notifications para sa aming mga future uploads. So yun, ang gagawin namin today is wait lang, ang tagal ng So ang gagawin namin today is Dubrovnik, a Game of Thrones tour. May dalawang schedule kasi ng tour ngayon, 11 AM and 4 PM. So pinili namin 4 PM. And ang bayad doon is 150 kuna plus yung entrance fee sa St. Lawrence Fortress. Naghintay lang kami ng time kasi 4 PM pa yun. So may 15 minutes pa kami para magpahinga or magliwaliw. So yun, ang meeting place namin is dito sa Fountain. Ewan ko, yung fountain naman siya kasi may drinking water dyan. Drinkable yung water nila dito. So hindi nyo kailangan mag-alala bumili ng mga tubig. Dala na lang kayo ng ng water bottle ninyo. Makakatipid pa kayo. So ayun, excited namin mag Game of Thrones na tour sa Dubrovnik Historical City Center. Dito yung King's Landing location. Kita niyo naman sa mga clips sa previous video namin na nandun, yung mga pinuntahan namin, yung Gold City kung saan binuga ni Drogon yung apoy. Ayun. Excited na kami kasi super fans kami ng Game of Thrones, kami dalawa ni Yosh. And si Kuya, naka-red umbrella siya. So if magtutour kayo dito, yan, hanapin niyo lang si Kuya na may red umbrella or ate na may red umbrella. Start na yung Game of Thrones tour namin. So, start na tour namin sa labas ng City Gate.
So you can actually see why Dubrovnik was so perfect for Kingsland. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing that you probably didn't know, but do you know that Croatia was never HBO's option one for the film? They had no idea about this country, where they started. So what happened? When they were chosen country in the Europe, was going to be Winterfell, beyond the wall, King's Landing, Malta was chosen to be King's Landing, exactly. Valletta, Medina, beautiful old cities, and they filmed season 1 in Malta. So everyone is asking, you know, when the Ned Stark died, nothing of that was filmed in Dubrovnik. It was all filmed in Malta, and unfortunately, filming there lasted for only 1 year. Now, you can see this hallway over here. Atrium in the middle. We have 3 terraces up there. This place looks quite big from the outside. When you come in, very open and very empty. You know why this place is empty? Because this is a fortress. Castle is something very different. People usually like to ask, when was the castle built? And then I explain that castle is made for living. This is made for defense. That's why it has nice, but see, stones. This doesn't look like a place where a royal family would live. So, but this was the closest they could find to the castle, but it just has to bring decorations, pillars, vases, curtains, flowers, making it look much more decorated.
Papunta na kami ngayon sa dito, Walk of Shame location saan naglaad si Cersei na sabi ni Antonia, yung aming tour guide, ginamitan ng CGI yun para pinalapad yung staircase daw kasi medyo maliit lang. Hindi yung maliit pero I mean, di ba pag sa TV kailangan grand lahat. So yun natin mamaya.
Of course, it's not the Walk of Shame stairs. We started calling it like that recently, but The stairs are called Jesuit stairs. You see the building with the clock and a church. This was a complex of a Jesuit friars. Those friars were in charge of education in Dubrovnik, and the building with the clock was the first university founded here 300 years ago. Can you believe that still today, kids go and study in the same building? I can ask you one thing. Can you imagine a naked lady walking down and kids going to school? Listen, this is just for you to realize how difficult it was to film it. This was the most controversial scene ever filmed. Why? It's not a studio. It's a living city. And it's a very traditional and conservative and country and city and all of that. So can you imagine that she walked for 2 miles through the city? 2 miles is a lot. And they had to film it as quicker as possible. So before the walk of shame, they come to many times. Entrance for the great set always had stairs underneath. So like one of the scenes I'm going to show you is when Tywin Lannister died and Cersei was going on his funeral right on here. Look around and can you see what you shouldn't see in the show? Stickers. Look at that. Number 4 engraved in stone. Lamp, electricity box, water pipe, laundry, all of this. Listen, of course you're never analyzing, but look at this. Flowers, stone-alike cover, tree-alike cover. But you know what's the crazy thing? You're never looking at this exactly. And that's why you've never noticed this.
Ang dami palang halos lahat ng mga shots sa King's Landing dito talaga ginawa. Doon sa may St. Lawrence Fortress, sa grounds doon. Tapos yung Battle of Blackwater Bay, doon din siya ginawa. Tapos Walk of Shame, lahat halos dito. Ano lang, yung mga changes na nakita nyo, thank you sa special effects sa green screen. So ayun, we're done with our Game of Thrones walking tour. Super kwela ni ate, ang dami niyang information na binibigay sa amin na napanood nyo naman guys. Pero syempre di namin bibigay yung buong details kasi syempre kailangan nyo pumunta dito. Kailangan nyo pumunta dito para kayo mismo mag-avail and maka-experience ng tour na yun. Pabalik kami ng reception area ng Angelina Hostel. Magbubo kami ng tour for tomorrow and the following day. So siguro bukas walking tour lang kasi yung weather sa Kotor and Mostar is very rainy. So maulan bukas, so wag na lang. Walking tour na lang kami dito kung maayos yung weather. Grabe guys. Yun nga, nasabi ko kanina, di ba, yung forecast bukas is rainy. Ayan na, 50 lights. Kuya, mukhang hindi yata yun sa weather. Ito na yata yung mga dragon. Si Drogon yata to. Grabe, narinig nyo ba yung hangin? Pakinggan nyo ha. Takot. Sa atin lang to, bagyo levels na to. Nakakatakot, ayun na yata yung mga takot.
Diyan yung mga dragons. Ina-attack na nila yung King's Landing.
Madadamay tayo sa crossfire.